So I have some shin splints. Need to get rid of the shin splints. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do. Like, I've read the internet and it says compression and ice and rest.
America is back, standing tall, looking to the 80s with courage, confidence, and hope.
I hate when you get to the end of a day and your to-do list has just gotten longer. It's almost 7 o'clock and I feel like I'm just treading water. Today was great. We made a ton of progress in all the items that we're working on, but just the other things that need to be happening aren't getting done. However, we were able to come up with our strategic priorities for Breakout EDU in 2016. It's really just like the first quarter, the first 3 months of 2016, but I'm super excited about it. Anytime I'm setting a goal and I make that goal kind of available in the ether, it's much easier to hold myself accountable. Even though, you know, very few people watch these videos, I think by putting these goals or priorities in a video, it's kind of like raising the bar a little bit. Somewhere on record, I've said, these are the things that we're wanting to accomplish and holding myself accountable to that. First things first, elevator pitch, Breakout EDU. What is Breakout EDU? So in March of last year, we were up in Canada. We were in Edmonton, Canada, and we decided to play one of these escape the room games. There's these places all over the world where you get locked in a room and you have to figure out how to get out. We were playing with some high school students, and it was during that time where it hit us. You know, these students were super engaged in these like seemingly basic problem-solving situations, working really hard to solve these puzzles, and we thought, why isn't school as much fun as an escape room? We have high school students paying their own personal money to go do one of these escape rooms. Then they get to class and they're bored out of their mind. Rather than locking people in our room, our students in a classroom, that we built a box that students had to figure out how to open. And rather than trying to design just a one-off game, why don't we do an entire platform? So let me pull up the list here. Alright, Breakout EDU priorities for 2016. Number 1 and number 2 we're just really getting caught up. So we have a backlog of orders. We have more boxes ordered than we have available. So number 2, the backlog of games. So there's about 20 games that have been submitted to the Breakout EDU directory that we're going to be working to get loaded in there. So those are the 2 big priorities, just getting caught up. The next one is getting stuff into the store, so t-shirts and all the other things that are designing, but not just like a company selling swag or giveaways. What we're wanting to do is allow our community to be able to put stuff into the store and sell it. So we have some awesome educators that have designed some Breakout EDU stickers. Another friend of ours has designed these really cool signs, so let me see if I can find it, where she's done some hand lettering of our Breakout EDU motto. I think where she's done our motto, which is it's time for something different, Breakout EDU. So letting her put those into the store for other people to find. Number 5, one I'm super excited about, I'm going to be heading to London in March to facilitate a game with 150 middle school students, and they're going to be playing a game for the entire day. So working hard to design that game, making sure it's ready and polished and super good. Trying to find really cool places and awesome teachers to run workshops so we can show them how to design and build their own games for their classroom. The next thing we want to focus on is the Breakout EDU homework. Now this is a not so top secret project, but I'm super excited about it. Please don't share it in the community if you're watching it, but what we're wanting to do is to do homework assignments that anybody in the world can answer. There's a question, kind of like an open-ended question, and people from all over are going to try to answer it, and the first one to answer it correctly or as close to correct as possible will win the prize. For example, the first one might be a game where it's a video and you watch the video, and in the video this person is going to the store and they buy a big jar. They get home, they fill the jar with beans, and the next thing you see them doing is scooping some of them out with measuring cups, The next thing you see them doing is tripping and having some of the beans fall out. And then there's a cutaway to the fridge. And then all of a sudden it goes blank and it says how many beans are left in the jar. So you have to investigate and look closely at the different details, figuring out what size of the jar it was, what measuring cups did he or she use, and all these other like nuances. And then everybody's going to submit a guess, and the person that gets closest will win the prize. But then we'll put all of the answers in this big giant Google map so you can see all over the world who's answered the question. And so doing those once a week, where there's like kind of like these Google a day or Sudokus or something that you can look forward to answering with you and your students. And then the final big priority that I'll share here is the bus. We need to buy a school bus, so we need to do this soon. And if we don't have a bus in the next month or two that we've completely stripped out and rebuilt into this mobile escape room that's going to get ready to go on the road from school to school, making its way to Denver, we failed, plain and simple. It's an idea that we're all passionate about. We know we want to do it, so we got to figure out how to make that happen. How do we insure it? Who do we want to drive it? How does it get from place to place? How do people sign up for it? How do they bring it to their school? All sorts of questions like that. A lot of long days, a lot of long nights, but I'm excited to try to figure that out. And I'm excited to have you on this journey as we figure that out. It's time to get back to work. Day over, vlog over.
I am not frightened by what lies ahead, and I don't believe the American people are frightened by what lies ahead.